All right, this is probably one of the more highly contested ones. Number 3 ranked in the world, Chris Weidman. And number 5 ranked in middleweight, Jacare Souza. I think I pronounced that correctly. Excuse me. So Souza, if he wins this, he might be in contention because Weidman is right under. All right, there's Modelo Especial promoting UFC. They are a big sponsor for UFC now. All right. Well, the last fight that Jacare was in, he lost. Former Strikeforce middleweight champion, the most submissions in UFC and Strikeforce history was 7. Finished 21 out of 25 wins, with 14 of those being in submission. This guy's an incredibly talented, very amazing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. One of the top ranked Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighters in the world. I think like a 4-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu international champion. So will we get a first round win or loss for Jacare in this entire thing, because he is incredible. And here is Chris Weidman. All right. Here's number 3 middleweight contender. Trying to make it back to title contention. You think a win here against Souza will be the deciding factor of him being a contender once again? All right. We're just waiting for Weidman to get in. I mean, I don't know what else to say about him until we see some stats, at least some highlights of his career so far. So the only reason he's number 3 is because number 2 and number 1 beat him. Romero beat him, who is awesome, who should have fought for the middleweight belt like a year and a half ago, but no. All right, here's Chris Weidman, former UFC middleweight champion, the second most takedowns in UFC middleweight history with 36. Finished 10 out of 14 with wins, 6 by knockout and 4 by submission. Last 3 fights that Weidman was in, he lost. That might be a big time deciding factor here in how he does in this. He might not have the confidence that Souza has. I think the last fight that Souza had was also a loss. All right. A bit of a swig there, and now. So here are the ages, everything from Weidman to Souza, 34, 38, 6'2", 6'1", 186, 185.5, 78 inch, and 72 inch. Now, that reach might be a huge factor in this, but we're in fight number 4. This is the co-main event. All right, we're going to be going into it. Fighting out of the blue corner. 25 wins and 6 losses. He's fighting out of Rio de Janeiro. He is the underdog with a plus 140. 6'1", 185. This is, this is a big fight. Weidman was supposed to face Rockholm, but I think Rockhold had to pull out due to an injury. So, I think that would have been a huge fight for Weidman to get that back, to get that win back. Possibly. Now, here's red corner. 14 wins, 3 losses. Fighting out of Baldwin, New York. Fellow New Yorker, and is a 170 favorite. Little hometown boy here. Number 3 ranked middleweight, though. I mean, that's a big time thing. The All-American Chris Weidman. The only reason I couldn't watch this live is because I was doing something last night and I had to. It was a requirement of me. The USA chants have erupted in Madison Square Garden. Yes, they are in Madison Square Garden for this fight. All right. Jacare. Being very careful about going into this fight too quickly. The Let's Go Weidman chant has erupted. Leg kick. Tried to do a body kick there. Did Jacare. I think that's how you pronounced it. Well, I know how to pronounce Souza, so we're going to call him Souza. Pulling straight back and then in with a big right. They're very cautiously going to be going into this fight. They really need to be careful. Big overhand right, and actually Weidman got a good shot in a little bit. Try to do a big overhead kick. Keeping it back here. They're very cautious about going into this thing quickly. They know how it's significant. This is a big knee. But Souza getting a shot in before Weidman could break. Very cautiously getting into this. Try to go for a leg kick. There did Souza, but did not. Try to go for a jab there, did Weidman, but Weidman can't quite get into this guard. Big overhand again. Cannot go into the ground, dude. Jacare, because Jacare is a amazing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. And that is where Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighters are at home or on the ground. Nice combination and rocking Souza there with that huge overhand. Weidman is really trying to get into this. And Souza getting another shot in. He's stunned a little bit. This is not good for Souza. Souza trying to get in. Weidman trying to get in. They're really going back and forth here. There's a body shot. Another couple of jabs there, and Souza trying to stay away as much as possible. The USA chants have erupted again. Very loud. 2 minutes left of round number 1. There's a leg kick by Souza. Another leg kick, but Souza spinning around very well. There's a "Let's Go Weidman" chant. Jacare is trying to stay away, trying to avoid, but Weidman's gotten some big shots in. Now that was a good shot. That was right to the nose. Less than a minute left to go, and Souza trying to get a big shot in as well. Weidman actually might be winning this round. Good body kick there by Weidman. Big swing and a miss there by Weidman. Souza trying to take advantage of that miss. Oh, that was a big shot. That was a good knee, too. Both guys got rocked at that point. Less than 30 seconds left. There's another jab there by Weidman, getting into it on Souza. Hell of a fight so far. Final seconds of round number 1. And there you go. Round number 1 is in the books for this fight. Very good fight. So these guys are really evenly matched, but I think Souza's nose might be broken. It's bleeding really bad. Oh, I know. He's definitely doing well. And there is the horn. Let's go into round number 2 in this fight. Co-main event. All right, here we go. Round number 2 has started. Leg kick to start off by Souza. Weidman trying to get to that nose again. There's a leg kick by Weidman. Multiple shots there. No, they're going to go very back and forth. Another leg kick. Couple of jabs, overhand right. Good stuff there. Really continuing on the pressure here is Souza. Well, Weidman is more so. Souza eating a shot again. Not as significant as what we've seen before. So Weidman has 25 head strikes where Souza only has 7. So Weidman right now is winning on almost every single aspect of this fight so far. We're only a minute into this fight, or a minute into this round, so it could change. Good knee strike right to the body of Weidman, and now they're really starting to tee off here. Now this is a bar fight, man. Another hard left kick and multiple shots, a big overhand right jab, cross, and now they're really going back and forth here. My God. They're beating the shit out of each other. They're not wasting any more time in this fight. They're really going to go at it. Another overhand right by Jacare. Exchanging knees, and now face to face, there's an overhand knee. Shook it off there. 3 minutes left. Man, that was a good shot on Souza by Weidman. My God, again, really continuing in on this pressure because Weidman knows that Souza might be hurt really bad. Trying to do a big knee strike right to the head, but did not hit. Lefts to the body, still cannot get into a big overhand right again. And multiple shots there by Souza. Souza and Weidman are really going back and forth here. Continuing on the pressure. And there's another shot, and Souza still fighting. He's getting Weidman in hard. He's getting hurt. Souza's nose might be just totally smashed up. Chris Weidman has slowed down a little bit. This is not good for Weidman. Now Weidman's starting to get in some shots as well. Jacare is trying to avoid as many shots as possible at this point because he knows he's in trouble. Yeah, Weidman hasn't gone for a takedown at all. There hasn't been a takedown attempt in either one of these guys, which is strange. There's a kick right to the arm. And now Souza really trying to get in there, trying to get every kind of part totally gone. There was a big head kick, and Souza went down hard. Less than a minute left, and I don't know what Weidman is doing. He should have gotten some shots in there. "45 seconds here. Shots to the back of the head here by Souza. 30 seconds left of the round. Now to a clinch. This has been a very hard-hitting fight. These guys are out, man. I believe Souza has more problems in this juncture. A partial takedown there by Weidman, and now it gets a full takedown, but Souza great roll through and a huge jab bringing him up. All right, there is round number 2 in the books. I was not expecting this fight to be as evenly matched and hard-hitting as it has been. It's been a very good fight. That right hand right to the forehead. That was a good uppercut too, but a body blow to counter. I know that nose is totally broken. All right, here we go. Jacare and Weidman have had a hell of a fight so far. Let's go to round number 3. This might be going to a decision, and I can't really say who has been the... I can't even say who's won this overall. Great mutual respect by both guys. All right, let's go. Big overhand right by Souza. A light kick. Multiple shots and a body kick there. Big overhand right by Weidman again. And Weidman is now eating some strikes here. Now trying to get into the guard of Souza. Another leg kick and another overhand right. Now they're just starting to tee off again. A big knee blast. Weidman eating some big stuff. He needs to get out of the way, man. He's getting hurt. All right, we're going into the final part here of UFC 230, or at least the video series. And we're going to be almost into the main event. There we go. There we go. Big overhand right again. There by Souza. Souza now starting to actually fight back. Pressuring forward, and Weidman getting a couple of very lackadaisical shots in what we've seen. There's a good knee by Weidman. Souza needs to start fighting back here. These guys are now just starting to tee off against each other. Who can withstand more? Jacare is really testing the tenacity of Weidman. Nice uppercut by Weidman. There's an overhand. Just a straight up forearm. Weidman starting to bring this fight forward here a little bit. A couple of jabs right to the nose. Body kick. Flying knee, but he's exhausted. He couldn't really get it all in there. There's a leg kick. Again by Souza. That USA chant going again. Another body kick, and now Jacare with a huge elbow right to the side of the head, and now Weidman's in a lot of trouble. That hurt him. That one hurt. That was a huge strike that hurt. Again, another strike. Weidman is in a lot of trouble. Oh, he's out. He is out. Whoa. And Weidman is still going, but that strike hurt him. That is it. Souza has won this fight. What a shot. Oh my God.